You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 You can as well send SMS on 081 or 081 Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper, celebrating legacy of Bulo's leadership at SCOA Nigeria, Synagogue of All Nations, Nigeria. High inflation isn't the end. Nigeria's path to economic resilience. High inflation isn't the end. Nigeria's path to economic resilience. Ignore detractors. Focus on youth-based capacity building. Presidential amnesty boss urged. Urban gridlocks. Non-governmental organization launches traffic control support calls. Yuletide. Sea Dog stakeholders urge road safety compliance. Federal government announces free train services for Yuletide. Nikki Udezue Foundation unveils solar-powered borehole in FCT community. National Assembly committed to oversight as foundation of democracy. Barrow. MPS arrests 621 for various offences in 2024. SCIPC. Pragmatic Omo. Basi Eno is Governor of the Year 2024. Need to hasten posting of ambassador. At 82, Buhari wraps up in silence and dignity in Daura. For Buhari, Orem Mekunu, friend of the poor at 82. After Assad's fall, chaos looms. Experts raise concerns as Tinubu presents 47.9 trillion naira 2025 budget to National Assembly tomorrow. Food prices surge as inflation rate hits 34.6%. Federal government renames University of Abuja to Yakubu Gowon University. President Tinubu hails Lukman Nnadozie Super Falcons on CAF Awards. Group hails Chief of Defense Staff Musa military's decisive actions against Lukarawa sect. WikiLeaks report. Boni Haruna denies allegations of bribery. Lagos government molds collaboration with California Transportation Agency. Nigeria's Ademola Lookman crowned CAF Player of the Year. Transcorp Hotels appoints Ozo Ozugwe as MD CEO. German Chancellor loses confident vote in Parliament. ICPC chairman cautions lawyers against frivolous petitions. 2025 budget, 13 trillion naira deficit to be funded through borrowing. Edun. Tinubu appoints 8 new permanent secretaries. 161 million euros Siemens project gets approval as 5 key substations set for revamp. Tinubu okays new service terms for military personnel. PSC promotes 27 officers as police gets new 11 AIGs, 16 commissioner of police. Police arrest 15 suspected cultists in Oyo. AFCON 2025 Super Eagles to no group foes, January 27th. Speculation rife as Hakim tipped to edge Lukman for CAF Best Player Award. Finance Phantom Review. An artificial intelligence trading BOT designed to accelerate your growth. Urgent investment. PPP arrangement critical to ending tuberculosis. Stakeholders. Defense headquarters moves to harmonize court-martial procedures and inconsistency in military justice system. Yuletide. The federal government announces free train services. Everybody Loves Jennifer movie breaks a box office record. Chief of Army Staff presents bank checks to relatives of deceased personnel. 12 Hilos vans to RSMs. Group calls on Tinubu to rethink appointment of aides. Vice President Chetima departs United Arab Emirates for Saudi Arabia. Federal government renames University Abuja to Yakubu Gowon University. Chief of Defense Staff Others probe into death of Ukwama community leaders in army detention. EFCC arrests 792 Nigerians, Chinese nationals, others over suspected internet fraud in Lagos. Nigeria's inflation rate rises to 34.6%. Tinubu postpones 2025 budget presentation to National Assembly. Supreme Court dismisses suit against Buhari. Tinubu fines Owuru 5 million naira. UK unveils of fresh financial requirements for student tourist work visas. Police arrest two for certificate forgery. Reject 66 million naira bribe. We lie to Nigerians. Buhari's ex-minister Dalong reveals. Customs, police, military plotting to arrest me. Fisayo, Soyombo. Benin Electoral Commission visits INEC to understudy Nigeria's electoral system. Benin Electoral Commission visits INEC to understudy Nigeria's electoral system. Mexican mayor, three others shot dead. Saraki's loyalist Bolaji Abdullahi quits PDP in Kwara. One dead, four injured in third mainland bridge accident in Lagos. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. From the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. Naira appreciates to 1,660 naira per dollar in parallel market. Killer bread. Nigerians risk cancer over use of bromate. Researchers allege defamation. I didn't send anybody to beg Afe Babalola Farotimi. 78,000 bags and phones were snatched in UK. Pastor Adebogeya counters Badenoch. Killer bread. Nigerians risk cancer over use of bromate. Researchers alleged defamation. We've taken this. At 82, Buhari wraps up in silence and dignity in Daura. Chief of Defense Staff orders investigation into death of Okwama community leaders. Presidency. Supreme Court declines to sack Tinubu. Presidential tickets. PDP denies wooing Jonathan for 2027 presidency. Tinubu chiefs 47.9 trillion naira 2025 budget presentation to Wednesday. Appointment of APGA members by Tinubu. President has done nothing wrong. Federal government renames Abuja Varsity to Yakubu Gowon University. Food prices surge as Nigeria's inflation rate rises to 34.6. I didn't send anybody to beg Afe Babalola. We've taken this. How we will dismantle Lukarawa army chief. Army denies claims of French military base in Brunei. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Vanguard newspaper, will flip over to the Sun newspaper. Tinubu hails shells of $5 billion Bonga North investment. Governor Mba commissions Enugu State GIS. Supreme Court orders ex-presidential candidate to pay 5 million naira to Tinubu. FEC approves a free train ride. Renames University of Abuja after Gowon. Knox kudos. Trail INEX moves to train Benin Republic Electoral Commission. Federal Executive Council approves a free train ride. Renames University of Abuja after Gowon. Ex-APC National Working Committee member begs Obasanjo, Babangida, Abu Salami, others to float mega party. I inherited non-functional, dysfunctional state. Dauda, Zamfara governor. Soludo failed Anambra people. Osibo. Benue government threatens sanctions over unauthorized governor's portrait. Still on the story is making the headlines on the Sun newspaper this morning. UBA donates 500 million naira to Lagos State Security Trust Fund that pledges support for state's efforts at improving security. How CBN's push for market discipline is deepening banking efficiency, transparency. Supreme Court orders ex-presidential candidate to pay 5 million naira to Tinubu. US singer Corey Belly, Burna Boy spark dating rumors. Still on the stories making headlines on the Sun newspapers this morning. Direct access to the president makes our job easier. DICO. Strengthening the national anti-corruption strategy. Reviving Nigeria's mining sector. Onazi, Super Eagles players sharply divided. Cross River Table Tennis Challenge ends in Calabar. And that's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to Daily Post newspaper. Tough festive season awaits Nigerians amid untamed inflation spike. TCN restores electricity in Bayelsa after 4 months blackout. Nigerians fought for you, Pastor Adebogeya to Kemi Badenoch. Pension administrators to start a refund of 7.5% in Niger. I don't collect tithes, offerings. Pastor Toby Adebogea, Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps sensitizes a parapublic on fire outbreak prevention. Labour suspends strike in Nasarawa. Benue Emergency Management Agency partners others to secure internally displaced persons. Tinubu appoints 8 new permanent secretaries for Federal Civil Service. I don't go to nightclubs. Pastor Toby Adebogea. Overhaul INEC before 2027 elections. PLAC urges Tinubu. 2025 appropriation bill. Ogun Assembly seeks accountability value for government resources. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. From the Daily Post newspaper, we flip over to the Punch newspaper. Okwama treasurer died after family paid military 140,000 naira for transport. Dangote refinery extends export to 3 African countries. Abuja land only valid after payment. CFO, minister spokesperson. I killed my 41-day-old son under a spell. Trainee herbalist. NFF backs Lukman Nnadozie for CAF awards. OPS fears SMEs collapse as cash scarcity lingers. 10,000 intending Christian pilgrims pay 30 billion naira airlift begins December 22nd. ECOWAS to approve Niger. ECOWAS to approve Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso's withdrawal January 29th. Tinubu not threatened by Obasanjo, Kwankwaso Obi's 2027 talks. APC. Federal government raises dust Federal government raises duty toll allowances, orders for public officials. Ogun couple welcomes triplets after 24 years of marriage. Mother of the boy with spina Bifida expresses heartfelt gratitude to Nigerians. Lawyer remanded for alleged court order forgery. 49.6 million naira theft. Workers killed by machine roller at Dangote Cement. Police. Property burnt as fire got three Oyo shops. Multiple auto crash claims three lives in Lagos. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. EFCC, ICPC recovered 277.69 billion naira, $106 million in 1 year. Crypto fraud. EFCC arrests 148 Chinese, 40 Filipinos, 604 others in Lagos. Trade unions students got 124 CNG buses, says agency. Tinubu okays Yuletide season free train ride from Friday. Mutfwang salutes Tinubu for honoring Gowon. Tinubu approves new service terms for military personnel. Tinubu appoints 8 permanent secretaries. Sanwo-Olu inaugurates bridge for road network in Alimosho. Maktobo Media founder to youth, don't abandon your dreams. Jonathan Umaru Bago facilitates ex-president Buhari at 82. Saraki's loyalists, Bolaji Abdullahi, whose PDP. Gowon, First Lady Akpabio, Wike Grace 9 lessons and carols. No foreign military base in Nigeria, says the defense headquarters. Federal government, World Bank earmarks $600 million for rural roads. Others, our commitment to secure Nigeria must remain strong, Oluyede tells troops. Chetima in Saudi Arabia for Umrah. Bilateral talks. Police elevates 11 commissioner of police to AIGs, 16 DCPs. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Supreme Court slams a 5 million naira fine against ex-HDP candidate for seeking Tinubu's sack. Purge yourself of bad eggs. Olanipeku urges judiciary. Federal government slashes dialysis treatment costs by 20% in 8 states. Infra Credit mobilizes Suku for power projects. Private doctors connect to old colleagues at Gala. Nigerian designer seeks sustainability in fashion. Platform boost payment solutions to aid businesses. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI103.5 FM. When I go for a short break, when we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper.